The USS Iwo Jima LHD-7 is the second US Navy vessel to be named after the famous World War II island battle. Detailing the development and operational history of the USS Iwo Jima LHD-7, landing helicopter deck, or amphibious assault ship. The LHD-7 is the second ship of this type to have the name of the famous island battle of World War II, Iwo Jima. The LHD is a helicopter dock landing amphibious assault ship. The ship's design was built around the Neaton requirement to house, transport and land a Marine battalion anywhere in the world that featured a coastline. Building on Iwo Jima began at Ingalls Shipyard in September of 1996, to which she was then launched on February 4, 2000. On the ship's maiden voyage, this falling on June 23, 2001, her special guests appropriately included veterans of the World War II Battle of Iwo Jima itself. She was commissioned a week later at Pensacola, Florida, on June 30, 2001. Iwo Jima sports two steam propulsion plants, which are currently the largest such implements in operation with the U.S. Navy. These systems generate a total of 400 tons of steam per hour to develop 77,000 shaft horsepower, allowing for speeds in excess of 24 knots. She was built using more than 21,000 tons of steel, 400 tons of aluminum, 400 miles of electrical cables, 80 miles of piping and tubing of various types and sizes, and 10 miles of ventilation ducting. Soon after her commissioning, the crew in this ship started the inter-deployment cycle, that is the age-old shakedown cruise. Each system on this ship was to be tested under combat conditions, from the RAM, rolling airframe missile, surface-to-air missile systems to the installations within the kitchen, all areas being put through their paces. The Iwo Jima and the Marines of the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit, 26MU, along with two other amphibious assault ships, formed the Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group. The 26MU is a quick response force that requires only 6 hours of readiness notification and can be called upon to execute multiple mission types. These mission types range from combat operations, humanitarian assistance, non-combat evacuation, and security operations. The Navy Marine Corps team's newest amphibious warship has, as its primary mission, the support of a Marine landing force. USS Iwo Jima and her sister ships are the first to be specifically designed to accommodate the new class of landing craft, the Landing Craft Air Cushion, LCAC, for over-the-beach landing craft duty. Also on board, the Marines utilize the McDonnell Douglas Harrier II-88B, a vertical short takeoff and landing (VSTOL) jet that provides close air support for the advancing assault forces. To carry out its primary mission, the Iwo Jima also has an assault support system that provides troop landings by sea and/or by helicopters, even including the new and highly advanced MV-22 Osprey VTOL tilt-rotor aircraft. Flight operations are accomplished via two aircraft elevators that service the hangar bay and flight deck. 6 cargo elevators, each measuring 13 by 26 feet, are used to transport material and supplies from the 110,000 cubic feet cargo holds throughout the ship to staging areas on the flight deck, hangar bay and vehicle storage area. Cargo is transferred to waiting landing craft docked within the ship's 1,200 square foot, 270 feet well deck. Helicopters in the hangar bay or on the flight deck are cargo loaded by a forklift. Iwo Jima has medical and dental facilities capable of providing medical treatment to 600 combat casualties or injuries from humanitarian missions. Medical facilities on board comprise of 4 main and 2 auxiliary emergency operating rooms, 4 dental operating rooms, 2 X-ray rooms, a blood bank, state-of-the-art laboratories and patients' ward rooms. Understanding that quick medical care saves lives, the ship has a casualty collecting area at the flight deck level with 3 battle dressing stations. Close by are medical elevators to transfer casualties from the flight deck and hangar bay to the medical facilities based on the severity of a given injury. For the contentment of the 1,075 crew members and 1,897 Marine troops, all manned spaces and berthing areas are individually heated and air-conditioned. Berthing areas are divided to provide semi-private spaces without adversely affecting space requirements. Deck and wall coverings are decorative, not like the plain gray walls of older ships. Mess areas have a restaurant atmosphere and are designed to feed large groups of personnel in minimal time. The ship has a well-stocked library with a multimedia center complete with internet access, an arcade room, weight room and satellite television. In March 2003, USS Iwo Jima was ordered out in support of Operation Enduring Freedom and deployed Marines beginning in April from the Mediterranean Sea into northern Iraq. In July 2003, the Iwo Jima deployed to the coast of Liberia as part of JTF Liberia in response to the Second Liberian Civil War. The task force command aboard the USS Iwo Jima LHD-7 had the intent to keep a small Marine footprint ashore. On August 14, 2003, the Iwo Jima Amphibious Ready Group conducted an amphibious landing operation consisting of 150 Marines at Roberts International Airport and 50 more at the free port of Monrovia on Bushrod Island. Nigerian soldiers, as part of the African Defense Force, also deployed peacekeeping forces. The area was stabilized by the Joint Task Force, allowing the United Nations to distribute humanitarian aid as needed. On August 31, 2005, Iwo Jima was sent to the Gulf of Mexico to provide disaster relief and to effect support operations in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. The Iwo Jima moved into the Mississippi River to the city of New Orleans to support relief operations and act as the central command center for all federal, state and local humanitarian operations there. The Iwo Jima also served as the region's only functional airfield for helicopter operations. Marine helicopters flew more than 1,000 flight deck sorties from the USS Iwo Jima. The crew and ship provided hot meals, showers, drinking water and sleeping quarters to National Guardsmen and relief workers, while her impressive onboard medical facilities provided first aid and surgical services for disaster victims. The Iwo Jima also served as flagship to Commander-in-Chief George W. Bush during Hurricane Katrina Joint Task Force and is only one of 2 Navy ships to be presented the flag of the President of the United States. In June 2006, the Iwo Jima left its home port of Norfolk, Virginia and began a scheduled 6-month deployment with the U.S. European Command as flagship for the Iwo Jima Expeditionary Strike Group's 6,000 sailors and Marines. On February 16, 2007, Iwo Jima was awarded the 2006 Battle Award. In 2002, 2004 and 2009, the Iwo Jima participated in the annual Fleet Week taking place off New York City. The USS Makin Island LHD-8 is the 8th ship of the WASP class. It will feature some noteworthy technological advances and will be commissioned in October 2009 in San Diego, California.